Hey, it's Joe, and welcome back to Humanfluence. Humanity has long been captivated by the profound mystery of existence. Across cultures and eras, from the ancient Egyptians to today's spiritual seekers, the questions of why we exist, what happens after we die, and whether there is a cosmic design to our lives have preoccupied human thought. Are we simply biological entities, or are we eternal souls, temporarily experiencing human life? This central question shapes our understanding of purpose, destiny, and the afterlife. Life's biggest mysteries touch on concepts of fate, free will, and the journey of the soul. Ancient religions and spiritual practices have introduced the ideas of reincarnation, karma, and multi-lifetime soul evolution, leading us to ask fundamental questions. Are our lives guided by some hidden purpose? Is there a divine plan we must follow? Or are we free to create our path? If reincarnation is real, what role do our past lives play in our present? And what do we carry forward? In recent decades, spiritual thinkers have introduced the concept of soul contracts, or soul plans, which suggest that before we incarnate, our souls agree to certain life experiences, people, and challenges. These predetermined elements are thought to be part of a larger blueprint for our own spiritual growth, although the soul's agency in the material world remains in question. Is each experience a lesson we have agreed on beforehand, or are we merely at the mercy of fate? In this exploration, it's crucial to consider both ancient wisdom and modern science. Fields like psychology, quantum mechanics, and studies on near-death experiences, the stuff we love to talk about here, attempt to bridge the gap between the seen and the unseen, raising intriguing questions about whether consciousness continues after death and if souls truly follow a plan. Are soul plans and afterlife experiences spiritual truths, psychological projections, or something in between? As we ponder life's ultimate questions, we must ask, are we passive observers in the universe or integral players fulfilling a script crafted by forces beyond our understanding? What if every experience, every triumph, every sorrow is a piece of a greater story your soul chose to experience? The ancient Egyptians believed that the soul and body reunited in the afterlife, a transfigured spirit with freedom to journey between worlds. Now, death and afterlife, perspectives across cultures and beliefs. This question is a universal one, and nearly every culture has developed a unique view. Examining these perspectives provides insight into humanity's attempts to make sense of death, purpose, and the nature of the soul. By understanding these cultural viewpoints, we gain a foundation for exploring soul contracts and the role of free will in our lives. First, the afterlife in world religions. Christianity portrays a dichotomy between heaven and hell. Salvation through faith in Jesus Christ determines entry into heaven, while a life in sin without repentance leads to eternal damnation. This dualistic view underscores moral choice and the importance of faith, suggesting that our earthly actions shape our eternal fate. Hinduism presents a cyclical view of existence known as samsara, where souls are reborn in a succession of lives. The actions of past lives, or karma, influence the circumstances of the next, with the ultimate goal of achieving liberation, or moksha, and escaping the cycle. Hinduism's emphasis on karma offers a framework where one's fate is both self-directed and governed by a universal law. Buddhism follows a similar cycle but introduces the concept of anatta, or no self, suggesting that the soul or self is not a permanent entity. Instead, consciousness reincarnates, shaped by karma, with the goal of achieving nirvana, a state of liberation from suffering. This perspective sees the self as transient and emphasizes breaking free from attachments. Back to the Egyptians, presenting a rich view of the afterlife as a journey through the underworld. The heart is weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth, to determine if one's soul may enter paradise or suffer annihilation. This belief underscores the importance of balance and morality, with an afterlife tied closely to earthly actions. Indigenous beliefs often emphasize continuity between the living and the dead, where spirits reside with ancestors in a spiritual realm closely linked to the natural world. The afterlife is less a destination and more a continuation, where souls maintain relationships with the earth and community. Contemporary views on the afterlife blend ideas from reincarnation, NDEs, and modern spirituality. Many people now draw on multiple traditions, creating a unique mix that sees death as a transition to a spiritual realm with opportunities for continued learning and growth. Across cultures, death is seen as not an end but a transition. Could it be that each tradition holds a piece of a shared cosmic understanding? If you could look beyond the veil, would the truths you discover alter the way you live? In Tibetan Buddhism, the Bardo Thodol, Tibetan Book of the Dead, provides a roadmap for consciousness after death, guiding the soul through an intermediate state before reincarnation. Now, the notion of soul plans or soul contracts is relatively new, emerging prominently within the New Age movement and theosophical traditions. According to this view, souls decide on certain life experiences, challenges, and relationships before incarnating. This concept provides a framework to understand life's struggles and triumphs as purposeful, chosen elements of a larger plan designed for the soul's growth. Soul plans are thought to be pre-birth agreements made in the non-physical realm, influenced by the soul's cumulative experiences from past lives and the lessons it still needs to learn. Each life is mapped out with an overarching purpose, with significant events, relationships, and challenges included to align the soul's journey with its ultimate goals. Here are some common themes. The soul's plan encompasses the challenges it will face, the relationships it will encounter, and the opportunities for growth it will receive. Some individuals may encounter difficult life events that are interpreted as purposeful, designed to propel spiritual growth rather than being seen as random or unfair misfortunes. A significant question in understanding soul plans is the balance between free will and predestination. If life was planned before birth, are we merely fulfilling a destiny, or do we retain the power to shape our lives? This debate about free will versus destiny is central to understanding how we navigate the life experiences our souls supposedly chose. Proponents of soul plans suggest that while the broad outline of a life may be predetermined, we retain free will within the framework. We can make choices that affect the depth and speed of our own spiritual journey, even if some events or lessons are preordained. This implies that free will coexists with destiny, allowing for growth within life's set parameters. Others, however, view soul plans as deterministic, suggesting that every detail is preordained and that our role is to live out this design. This outlook implies free will is an illusion. Instead, every choice aligns with a grander purpose, crafted for the soul's evolution. Many people report memories of planning their lives in a non-physical realm before birth, particularly through past life regression therapy. Dr. Michael Newton's research with hypnotherapy clients, for instance, documents cases where individuals recount choosing their parents, challenges, and experiences. Intriguing, though anecdotal, insights into the concept of soul contracts. As we delve into soul plans, we enter a realm where destiny and free will intertwine, suggesting that life's path is both known and unknown. Could it be that every challenge you face was chosen by your soul for its growth? Edgar Cayce, the sleeping prophet, spoke of souls consulting the Akashic records, a cosmic library of all knowledge, to select paths that facilitate spiritual growth. Next, we move on to the tension between free will and divine order, which has puzzled thinkers and theologians for eons. If there is a preordained soul plan, does it mean we are bound by fate, or is there room for personal agency? Back to free will coexisting with a divinely guided purpose, or are they mutually exclusive? Free will versus determinism. Free will is the belief in human agency, the idea that we can make choices independent of fate or divine influence. Determinism suggests that all events, including human actions, are the result of preceding causes or divine intervention. The philosophical approach of compatibilism seeks to reconcile these views. Compatibilists argue that free will and determinism are not mutually exclusive. For example, we may act freely even if our desires and decisions are influenced by prior events, as long as we act in accordance with our inner values and beliefs. Now, in many spiritual traditions, the concept of a divine order or cosmic law exists alongside the idea of free will. Divine order, whether seen as a universal intelligence or a higher power, guides events towards a greater purpose. Within this framework, individuals may experience free will within the boundaries of a larger, divinely orchestrated design. Some interpretations of soul plans suggest that while our life experiences may be predetermined, we have the agency to navigate them. Free will exists as our ability to respond to and interpret the lessons we encounter. In the delicate dance of free will and divine order, we find a paradox of life's script. Are we the authors, actors, or both? Are the choices you make truly yours? Or are they aligned with a hidden guiding force? The Stoic philosophy of amor fati, the love of fate, teaches that every event is part of a divine plan, encouraging acceptance and wisdom in life's ups and downs. Now, reincarnation, karma, and the evolution of the soul. Core tenets of many spiritual traditions, providing a framework to understand the soul's journey through multiple lives. The concepts of reincarnation and karma help answer fundamental questions about the soul's evolution, human suffering, and the growth that each lifetime represents. Reincarnation, or samsara in Eastern traditions, posits that the soul is reborn in successive bodies. This cycle of birth, death, and rebirth continues until the soul achieves liberation or enlightenment. Each lifetime offers new challenges, relationships, and environments, all meant to foster the soul's growth and progression. In Hinduism and Buddhism, reincarnation is seen as an opportunity for the soul to evolve, with each life serving as a stepping stone towards enlightenment. Rather than being random, reincarnation follows a karmic path, where the lessons learned or unlearned in each lifetime influence the soul's experience in future lives. This continuous cycle emphasizes learning, self-refinement, and spiritual awakening. I mean, look at your own life. If you had a soul plan, what do you think you set out to do? What is your purpose? And imagine having to do this all over again. Karma is the principle of cause and effect that underpins the journey of reincarnation. According to this law, every thought, intention, and action creates consequences, shaping one's current life or influencing future incarnations. Karma is not merely punishment or reward, but a cosmic law of balance and justice. Through karma, the soul faces the outcomes of its past actions, allowing for introspection, repentance, and growth. This karmic principle is intricately tied to the soul's journey across lifetimes. Positive actions, such as compassion, honesty, generosity, generate positive karma. And you can imagine what generates negative karma. But how do we break free? This is the goal in Eastern spiritual practices, particularly Hinduism and Buddhism, to transcend the karmic cycle of samsara. Achieving this liberation, known as moksha or nirvana, involves overcoming attachment to the material world and relinquishing desires, fears, and ego-driven actions. Through deep meditation, ethical living, and self-awareness, the soul transcends karmic bonds and reaches a state of purity and unity with the divine. This represents the soul's final evolutionary state, where it no longer requires physical reincarnation to progress. In this enlightened state, the soul understands its true nature as eternal consciousness, free from the illusions of suffering, attachment, and separation. As karma weaves a web connecting each lifetime, we glimpse the soul's journey as a tapestry where every thread contributes to a larger cosmic pattern. We're all interconnected. If every encounter is an echo from past lives, how does this shape your understanding of who you are today? In Jainism, karma is viewed as a tangible substance that clings to the soul, with purity or impurity of actions directly affecting the soul's journey in future lifetimes. Next, we move on to the role of spiritual guides and higher beings. An intriguing aspect of soul plans is the belief that we are not alone in our spiritual journeys. Many spiritual traditions teach that humans have guides, spiritual beings, ancestors, and angels who assist them, offering wisdom, protection, and guidance throughout life's challenges. Let's explore the nature of these guides and how they interact with the concept of soul plans. Well, spirit guides are considered benevolent beings that support us on our journeys. They may take many forms, angels, ancestors, or even animal spirits, and they are thought to possess a higher spiritual consciousness. Guides are often viewed as entities that have reached an advanced state of enlightenment, serving as helpers to those still navigating earthly life. In many belief systems, spirit guides remain with the soul across lifetimes, offering consistent support and insight. Guides are described in varied ways. Some see guides as deceased relatives who have chosen to watch over loved ones, while others believe they are ascended masters who act as teachers from the higher realms. Indigenous spiritual practices often emphasize animal guides or totems, symbols of nature that embody wisdom, courage, and resilience. In addition to guides, many systems emphasize the existence of a higher self, the eternal aspect of the soul that remains connected to the divine. Unlike the ego, which is preoccupied with personal desires, the higher self is aligned with universal wisdom and the soul's purpose. Again, meditation, our own intuition and inner reflection. This is how we connect with our higher selves, gaining access to insights that can guide us on our journey. The higher self serves as a bridge between the material and the spiritual, reminding us of our true nature. Many believe that the higher self, along with spirit guides, assists the soul in navigating life's challenges, choosing paths aligned with growth and making decisions that fulfill the soul's intentions. But what about soul plans? Guides are believed to participate in the formation of soul plans, working with the soul to establish life themes, relationships, and challenges before incarnation. They are thought to offer support and reminders of the soul's purpose throughout life, subtly guiding us to remain on course, especially during difficult moments. For those who attune to their guides or higher self, communication may come through signs, dreams, intuitive feelings, sudden insights. These subtle messages are seen as a form of guidance, nudging us toward choices that are best aligned with our higher purpose. As we journey through life's challenges, invisible hands may be guiding us, whispering wisdom from realms beyond our perception. If unseen guides were assisting you, how would that knowledge change the way you approached life challenges? Now we move on to death, near-death experiences, and the afterlife. NDEs had become a topic of immense interest, as they offer tantalizing glimpses into what may lie beyond death. These experiences, often characterized by encounters with light, otherworldly realms, and profound peace, raise questions about the continuation of consciousness after death. Let's dive into NDEs and their implications for understanding the soul's journey. So these occur when individuals are clinically dead or on the verge of death. Common elements include leaving the physical body, moving through a tunnel, encountering a loving presence, and experiencing feelings of unity and peace, a life review, and many other amazing experiences that people describe. Every NDE is unique with many core elements, but many individuals report a sense of transcendence and an expanded understanding of life and existence. They often lead to significant life changes, as experiencers gain insight into their life purpose and undergo this life review. During these reviews, reportedly reliving moments of their lives, feeling the emotional impact of their actions on others. This experience is often described as an educational, transformative moment in which they gain profound understanding of love, compassion, and interconnectedness. But what about the afterlife? Encounters with beings of light or deceased loved ones who convey messages about the purpose of life. These emphasize themes of love, forgiveness, and the importance of relationships. Some return with a sense of renewed purpose, becoming more altruistic and less materialistic, as the experience often reorients their priorities and beliefs about life. The consistency of NDEs across cultures and the lasting impact they have on individuals challenge purely materialistic explanations. Some researchers suggest that NDEs offer evidence for consciousness existing independently of the brain, while skeptics argue they are merely a product of neurochemical reactions during trauma. I just interviewed Liz Enton. I'll link a video here, as well as one with John Burke, all about near-death experiences. For those who glimpse beyond the veil, life is forever changed. Could these visions be hints of what awaits us all? If you experienced a life review, would it alter the way you lived? And research has shown that during NDEs, many people undergo a life review, experiencing every interaction and emotion from their life as though gathering wisdom before returning. Next, we talk about dreams. Throughout history, dreams have been considered a bridge to the divine. From prophetic visions to messages from ancestors, dreams provide a glimpse into realms beyond waking consciousness. Many view dreams as sacred, a window into deeper truths and messages from higher realms. From ancient times to the present, we look at the biblical narratives. Figures like Joseph used dreams to interpret God's will. In contemporary spiritual practices, dreams are still seen as communication from spirit guides, loved ones, or the higher self. Some believe that dreams hold answers to unresolved questions or conflicts in waking life. These answers are often encoded in symbols, and decoding them requires introspection and self-awareness. By interpreting dreams as messages from the soul or guides, we gain insights into our subconscious, receiving direction. Psychologically, Carl Jung argued that dreams are an expression of the unconscious mind, revealing inner truths through symbols and archetypes, a pathway to understanding hidden aspects of the self, the shadow self, encouraging shadow work and individuation. On a spiritual level, dreams may be seen as a means of accessing realms beyond physical reality. Think lucid dreaming and astral travel, where seekers are looking to deepen their awareness and understanding of other dimensions, potentially encountering guides or divine beings within dream states. In a world of dreams, the veil thins and we receive messages that guide us on our journey. Now, we've explored the profound questions surrounding life, death, and the afterlife, delving into reincarnation, karma, soul contracts, divine guidance, and near-death experiences. These traditions we've spoke of offer a mosaic of beliefs that help us grapple with our purpose, the journey of the soul, and the balance between fate and free will. In the end, the mystery of existence invites us to live with purpose and awareness. Perhaps the greatest gift is to engage with the unfolding mystery, embracing each challenge as part of the soul's evolution, and knowing that every moment, every relationship, serves as a step on an infinite journey. Humanfluence out.